Hey there! Happy Thursday! Happy weekly Facebook Lives! Yay! Hope you're all doing fantastic. And can you believe what? Yeah, we're like almost mid November, huh? Well, I don't know. I've lost track of time. Anyways, I wanted to pop on here because I want to talk about how to lose the weight permanently. I know lots of women out there are having trouble losing weight, let alone losing weight permanently. And I get it. I totally understand, and I hear this a lot too, says, must be my age, I'm getting too old to lose the weight, no. Anything is possible. You just have to want it and you have to believe in it. And that is the key to weight loss and especially permanent weight loss. You have to want it. And a lot of women aren't, necessarily, they're not willing to do the work. And that's okay. But, don't expect, permanent weight loss if you're not going to put the work in, right? So I wanted to come on here because, the traditional methods of losing weight are things like counting calories consumed or counting calories burned, getting on the scale, measuring yourself. What other ways, or what else did I write here? Well, you guys know. Right? So you have to ditch all those methods when it comes to losing weight permanently. And it's really about ditching the diet culture. And the diet culture is this massive machine that's out there that's programming all of us and believing that we have to do all those things, like, doing keto. I got to cut out wheat. I got to cut this out. I got to cut that out. I got to do a cleanse, intermittent fasting, keto. Those are all what's kind of current right now in terms of weight loss programs. And things like cleanses and detox, yeah, for sure you'll lose weight, but that's not the purpose of those things. But anyways, I'm going off topic here. So let's talk about losing weight, because the problem with the diet culture is that they're programming us to fail, and they're programming us to hate our bodies and create negative relationships with food. So this is the hardest part, is actually the deprogramming part. And yeah, because it's everywhere. You step out, you don't have to step outside the door. You just turn on the TV, turn on social media, you turn anywhere, and diet culture is literally everywhere. In Canada, it's worth like what is it, $7 billion. In the United States, it's 700 billion. I don't know what the number, I can't remember, but they're massive, right? So it's literally everywhere. It's even in health food stores, right? It's in gyms, it's in groceries, it's literally in restaurants. It's literally everywhere. And we need to turn off those filters if you want to lose the weight permanently. And this is what's conditioning us. And the problem with that is the problem with the diet culture, it's actually tuning us out. It's tuning women out of their bodies because they're being told what to do. Sorry, I gotta get some water. Hang on. Because it's tuning out of our bodies when we really should be tuning in. If you want to lose the weight permanently, it's not about following somebody else's rules. It's about discovering what your rules are, what not even rules, what your guidelines are, what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And it doesn't mean cutting everything out of your diet. It doesn't mean you can't have cupcakes. It actually means the opposite. It actually means that you should be able to enjoy all the foods that you love. And I mean everything, cupcakes, cookies, whatever. Doesn't mean, you need to go eat a bag of chips, but it means like, okay, what's satisfying, what's too much, what's too little. It's really about creating that balance in your life that's going to get you that permanent weight loss. So in other words, it's actually in tuning in. So stop asking your friends what they are doing to lose the weight because that's diet culture. That is truly diet. That's not going to get you where you want. That's not going to get you permanent weight loss. Okay, guys? So yeah, so women, yeah, so stop. So that's tuning out. So the most important part of losing weight is to learn how to become an intuitive eater. And that means relying on yourself to know when to eat when you're hungry and stopping when you're full. And we're not paying attention. Women out there are not paying attention to how they're feeling because the diet culture has tuned us out. And when women are feeling yucky in their bodies, whether it's weight gain or energy or whatever it may be, the last thing you want to do is pay attention to how gross you feel. Right? You don't want to look at yourself. You don't want to feel your body. And I've talked to people as to how do you ever look at yourself in the mirror? And they're like, oh God, no, I don't do that. Yeah, that's called tuning out. That's not going to get you where you want to be. right? It's not weight loss that gets you happy. Or it's not weight loss. It's you got to connect yourself first, then the weight loss comes. It's not weight loss, then you're connected. Okay? So there's 4 components to permanent weight loss, and they are planning, organizing, journaling, and reflecting. These are truly 4 important parts to permanent weight loss. And this is kind of where you need to start, because we all need structure. You can't be an intuitive eater if you don't know how to be an intuitive eater, right? But there's steps to get you there, and that's important, right? So once you know how to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full, then there's less structure in your life and around food. So planning all your meals and your snacks, and maybe even your liquids. You're planning it all out. And the reason why you plan it is because this way it gives you that structure. And when you plan your food, you want to incorporate all foods, not just healthy foods. Another thing that women like to do is it's all or nothing. It's 100%. I got to starve myself and I got to suffer to lose weight. Yeah, suffering is no fun. It's short-lived. And we all know how that turns out. It results in binge eating. So the idea when you plan is you always want to aim for a trajectory. Trajectory, did I say that right? In other words, you want to always be moving in a certain direction. So if this is your goal, we'll call it G for goal, and this is kind of where you are now, okay? You always want to move in this kind of a direction. It doesn't mean 100%. It means, okay, you have some bad days or stuff going on, weddings, events, and so on and so on. So you're going to have undulating line or undulating trajectory that's going to get you to your goal. That is key. 100% is not realistic, and it's no fun. Like I said, it ends up being a disaster, meaning that's how we create poor relationship with food, and as it becoming more like that feast or famine. You've starved yourself from cakes for a whole year, right? And all of a sudden it's Christmas and there's cakes and pies and everything. All of a sudden you're like, the feeling of I'm going to eat that entire pie. That feeling, that's no fun. That's not life. That's not living. Okay. So planning all your meals and snacks, including, we call it fun food, not bad food, because it's not bad. It's fun. Those foods are fun to eat and it's meant to be enjoyed. Okay. And like I said, it's not about 100%. Organizing, getting your grocery done, making sure you prepare your meals and be as organized as you can around your meals and snacks. So you're not waiting till you're starving to death that you're going to eat someone's leg before you start cooking, because we all know what that turns out to be, right? All of a sudden, like that salad and that piece of chicken just isn't going to cut it. Give me that darn burger and fries in a milkshake, right? So it's important to stay organized, right? Yeah, because feast or famine, we don't want that. Okay, and number 3 would be journaling. So writing things down. Okay, writing things down allows you to kind of reflect and see, okay, what's my journey been? How did I feel when I ate this or that? And that's how you start to begin to create that healthy relationship with yourself and with the food that you eat by journaling. And allows you to goal set. It also helps you prioritize. It tracks your growth and your progress. I already said that. Boosts your confidence. Go, yeah, you know what? I can do this, right? I mean, like I said, not every day is 100%, but that's the goal, is to work in that direction. That upward direction is key. And then helps with identifying negative behaviors, actions, and thoughts. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't realize I do this all the time. I didn't realize that I say these horrible things about my body on a daily basis. That's a big one, right? Your negative thought patterns about your body. So journaling is key. And last but not least is the reflecting part, reflecting on what you've written in terms of how you feel when it comes to the foods that you eat. And it's really an opportunity to ask questions, because this is what we don't do. Women don't ask themselves questions. They just beat themselves up. I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I ate all that. I just feel so terrible. What a loser. What an idiot. Oh my God. Yeah, that's going to get you nowhere. That's going to, you're going to beat yourself up until you're done beating yourself up, until the next time you beat yourself up. And it just becomes this horrible treadmill, this hamster wheel that you just never get off. So it's important to ask yourself questions. Why? Why did I do that? What was going on in my life? How did that make me feel? How did that impact my eating? How, like, just keep, when when you have kids, I don't have kids, but anyway, we were all kids at one point when you ask your mom, why, mommy, why? And then your mom gives you an answer, and then the next question is why, but why? That's basically what we have to do to get to the root cause of why things aren't working, or why things aren't working, why certain things aren't working. Okay, so those are the 4 things: examining thoughts, actions, and behaviors. So it's all about asking questions and asking that why was that? If you got an answer, ask again why. You've got to do that for at least 3 rounds, and then you might get to your answer. All right, so these 4 steps are really important to permanent weight loss, and this is what I use for all my weight loss clients. And this is really a structure that allows you to connect with your body. It's not about asking what somebody else is doing. Who cares what anybody else is doing? Because what works for somebody else may not work for you, as we all know, because the diet culture is like that. It's a one size fits all. Yeah, we're not one size fits all. We are all unique in every way, individually. So I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. Bye.